You can also enter for free at itv.com. Entrance must be 18 or over. All lines close at 10 a.m. on Saturday, 20th of September. Entries made after this time won't be counted, but may still be charged. Time for an email. I think Zoe's got one.
I have. This is from John from London. This is for you, Carol. Message to Carol. I noticed Carol's new boot has got a square front. Yes. Is that so she can get closer to the bar?
Yay!
That's brilliant, isn't it? I never thought of that. Maybe I will wear it out.
Yeah. Our final guest is better late than never. His twinkly charm and quick step has seen him dance into the hearts of the nation on Strictly Come Dancing, and now he's put pen to paper to reveal all of the twists and turns in his own life story, charting his rise from barra boy to ballroom king. Please welcome Twinkle Toes himself, Mr. Len Goodman.
I feel like a milkmaid.
Just be very careful of her foot.
Yeah,
I know,
mine
please.
hoof.
Yeah.
Yes.
No
hoofing around.
I've trod on a lot of women's feet over the years dancing round.
Would you recommend ballroom dancing for her rehabilitation? Because that's how you got into it, isn't it, from an injury?
I hurt my foot, the same foot, right foot, when I was playing football, and I was hobbling about in February, freezing cold, and one of my friends used to go ballroom dancing, and he kept saying, "Come on, Len." I said, "No." I said, "No." Anyway, there I was. I had a carpet slipper on this foot, a winkle picker on the other one. And he said, "It's full of girls," so that was it, and up I went, and there you go. That was it. That's how I got into it.
Were you a bit of a Billy Elliot in that you had sort of this remarkable aptitude, this remarkable talent, or is it just the fact you...
No, I was, you know, as a kid in the late 50s and early 60s, I used to go jiving up all the local pallies and things like that. That was the whole of my dancing. I was 21 before I decided to go up the place with me carpet slipper.
Right.
So I was like an old-time Billy Elliot,
so you
really.
must have a real talent, a real...
Well, I just had an aptitude for it, you know. But I think that's funny about life. You know, you could be a magnificent javelin thrower, but you probably never thrown one, you see. And if I hadn't hurt my foot and other things hadn't happened...
What would have happened to you, do you think?
I'd have been a welder on the docks. That's what I was doing.
Oh, right.
I was a welder. God. Well, when I left school, you had to have a trade.
Yeah.
You know, that was the thing. So my mum shoved me off. And I had no aptitude at all to weld or anything else. So they put me in this department and that one. Eventually, they chucked me in with the welders, and although I wasn't much good, it was the best I could do. So
what was it like going back to them? Because were you still doing that job when you took up the
dancing?
Well,
you see, most people that go professionally into dancing, you get a moment where you can't earn a living at dancing, but you can't do enough dancing because you've got a job. So you have to sort of bite the bullet, and eventually I had to pack up and go into the dancing full time.
Did the guys, the welders, take the mick out?
Oh, yeah, but I loved it.
Oh,
you know, oh, yeah, I didn't care. I used to, come on. You know, and they used to say it's such a sissy thing, and lots of them played football. And I used to say, look, you go to a football match, you kiss your mate when he scores a goal. You all sit there having a bath, looking at each other's bits and pieces. Well, I'm dancing with a gorgeous girl. Who's the sissy there? Yeah, right.
Exactly. I love you. Everybody loves you on Strictly. And I was there, can't tell how many times last year in the audience. That's because I fancy getting Joe's, but there we go. But I love it. I'm going to be back this time. Got my ticket sorted. And I think, you know, because there's Craig, love him to bits. He's a good friend of mine, but he's nasty. Isn't he?
He's a grumpy,
And I love it because you go, how dare you say that?
I know, well, he does honestly get on my wick.
Does he?
Truly, he does. It's not that I don't mind what he says.
So you're not play acting when they get
no,
you got
they
each other's
truly do.
nerves. Yeah.
This one, but not you. Bruno, screaming and shouting, perforated my left eardrum. Arlene's a bit of a fiddly-diddly, and, you know, she keeps touching my leg and all that. Looking for a paddle, and, oh, where's my seven? And he's fiddling around down.
I don't blame her for touching
no,
the leg.
and then Craig, of course, he's just got a nasty pill in him. You know, I don't mind if he's what I try to do is say something nice. So I'll say, you've got lovely hold, your posture was good, and I'm glad you came out and really tried. And then I'll say, you know, but unfortunately your footwork wasn't, you know, and then I'll give it a little bit of this and that. But Craig just goes wallop.
But do you think you're the most qualified? Do you think you're more
No,
qualified?
I'm the one who's from the world of ballroom and Latin dancing. The other three are choreographers and directors and stuff like that on the stage. And when I first heard that that was the format, I thought, this is queer. You know, I thought we'd have 4 ballroom people, but I was wrong. Because you'd have got 4 of me or similar.
Saying the same
Yeah,
thing.
at least
Same
you
thing,
get, you know, Bruno is looking at the
crazy.
passion and the drama. Oh, fantastico! You know, and Arlene, the musicality and the artistry. Craig, he's got something about a lovely story. I love the story. And then there's the old fuddy-duddy. Oh, you did a heel when you should have done a toe. So you get a sort of a
nice
balance.
Look, can you believe it? I mean, can you believe it?
Look, success,
listen,
you mean?
Your success.
60 years old,
Yeah.
you know, I'm really happy. I've got my little dance school down in Dartford and teaching away. And I was happy, you know, and I was easing off a bit. Suddenly, all my mates had been asked to go on Strictly, you know, have interviews, nothing from me. So when they said, "You been?" I lied. I said, "Yeah, I didn't want to do that." But anyway, eventually they phoned me up. Erin Bogue, the producer, said to one of the dancers, Erin, "We want to anybody else?" And she said this and that. And they said, "What about old Len Goodman? Give him a bash." So up I went and I got the job. So brilliant. But you know what is lovely for me? Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm still just who I am. You know what I mean? And people say, "Has a bit of celebrity changed you?" It's not changed me at all. What it has done, it's changed everybody I know.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody else has changed because you wouldn't have had me on here when I was 60. You know, so.
Well, and it's not just in Britain, is it? I mean, you're hugely well known in the States now as well.
That's it. Listen, it's great to go to LA and do the show over there, and the money's fantastic. The downside is we do the show this Saturday night. Sunday I fly off to LA.
Oh, you've not got to do that
Yeah,
again.
Monday,
like
Tuesday,
jet lag.
Wednesday, fly home Thursday, get back Friday,
no.
and do Strictly 10 weeks.
And in between all that, you've written a book.
I've written me book. Come on, girls. Better late than never.
It is,
Everything I've done has been better. You know, I didn't have my son till I was in my 40s. I met my darling Sue when I was in my 50s. Got Strictly when... You know, everything came along a bit late in life. So, but wonderful.
And you're just enjoying it. You're just loving it.
I love it. You know what? I tell you what, Little Richard once was asked, what do you think of Elvis Presley? And he said he got what he wanted, but he lost what he had. And that's what happened to me.
Right.
I got what I wanted, which is a pension plan now, but I lost just being up the dance school and having beginners come in and teaching them to dance. So I've lost that little bit. What a great...
Small price to pay.
Small
And
price
it
to
really,
pay.
and-
And listen, we've got about 10 seconds. Who's your tip for the top for the new series that starts this Saturday?
Well, I know there's a lot of women in here, and have you seen that Mark Foster, the swimmer?
Oh, he's fit.
Mind you, I tell you what, once we go off air, I'm going to strip off, girls, and you'll see what's under here.
That's your lot for this lunchtime, but do join us tomorrow for more mirth and merriment as Jane McDonald comes face to face with her pin-up David Essex. We'll see you at 12:30.
Next here on UTV, it's the lunchtime ITV News and Weather, which will be followed by local UTV News and Weather. Then Terry Dwyer and her dream team will be transforming homes in 60-minute makeover.